Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hey, this is your friend, Lasada Pippen, aka LP. I am so excited to talk with you all today. Now, here's something that I understand. I understand that you just came back from lunch. So I only have one rule for you. Do not allow the itis to slip in. All right, don't allow the itis to slip in for our next 28 to 30 minutes together. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to be alert. I want you to be aware, and I want you to be attentive, because here's the reality. We are about to have a great day. Matter of fact, let me tell this to you before I even get started. Let me tell this to you right now, is that the rest of your day is about to be the best of your day. Oh, come on. I don't know who I'm talking to. I don't know who it's for right now, but let me say that one more time, is that the rest of your day is about to be the best of your day. Oh my gosh. You know what? Let me pause for a moment. Okay. I need to apologize to you. I apologize because I am super excited to be here. I get so excited to talk about these type of things that we're about to talk about today. I get so excited to talk about this. So if you sense my overexcitement, excuse me in advance. Or here's the other option, or you can just get with me. You can get with me. You can get with this, or you can get with that. Come on, somebody. Come on now. Come on. I'm super excited because we are about to dive into some things that I believe is going to help you personally. I believe it is going to help you professionally. And so we are going to have a dynamic next 28 minutes or so together. You and I, me and you. I'm right here with you. We're all in this together, okay? So here's what I want to do. This is where I want to start with. I want to start by putting a word on your screen. So on your screen, you are going to see a word pop on your screen in the next 2.5 seconds. The word that you see on your screen is a word called unity. Unity. Now we're about to go word nerd here just for a moment, because I want to break this down to you. I want to break down what does the word unity actually means. And what I am about to do is I am about to share a unique perspective with you about the word unity. I want to present it to you in a way to where you probably haven't heard it this way before, but it is going to apply to you. And again, I believe that this word that you see on your screen, unity, is going to help you personally, and it is also going to help you professionally. We're going to talk about something that I call small actions equals big impact. Oh yeah. This is everyday excellence in school nutrition. Small actions equals big impact. Now, here's the thing. A lot of times when I am conversing with people, a lot of times when I am talking with my audience, a lot of times with my attendees, I ask this very simple question that I am about to ask you as well. And that simple question that I generally ask the people that I am engaging with, that I am in conversation with, is this simple question right here. Who are you? It's a very simple question. Now, here's the responses that I get most of the time when I ask that question. Most of the time, when I ask, who are you? People tell me their name. That is the first. And 98% of the time, people respond with what their name is. Now, here's the reality. I'm not jabbing at nobody, but watch this. I never asked what the name was. I simply asked, who are you? And so if we look at the word unity, the word that I put on your screen, the first letter in the word unity is what? You. Oh yeah. We about to go somewhere with this because here's what I want you to understand about teamwork and about unity in and of itself. It really starts with you. That's who it starts with. And so when you understand who you are and how you fit in and what you bring to the table, literally or figuratively, what you bring to the table, the unity that you all will share amongst one another will be dynamic. But it starts with you. And so when you understand when you understand your gifts, when you understand your talent, when you understand your abilities, when you understand what you bring to the team, everything gets better. Everything gets better. I have one big idea that I want you to remember. If you don't remember anything else of what we are going to talk about today, if you don't remember nothing else for the next 25 minutes of what's going to come out of my mouth, this is the one thing that I want you to remember. This one big idea right here. And here it is. You do not have to be the best in order to give your best. Oh, yes. You don't have to be the best in order to give your best. Matter of fact, your best should come out of you every single day. If you notice what I am saying, I am talking about your best. I am talking about the best coming out of you. The first letter in our word unity. Small actions equals big impact, but it starts with you. The small action starts with you and knowing who you are and knowing what you bring and knowing your gifts, your talents, your abilities, your unique makeup. It starts with you, and you don't have to be the best in order to give your best. Your best comes out of you every single day. That's the one big idea that I want you to remember. If you don't remember anything else that I am going to tell you today, I have 3 ideas that I believe is going to help you with how small actions will lead to big impact and everyday excellence in school nutrition. Small actions lead to big impact and everyday excellence in school nutrition. And I have 3 ideas that I believe is going to be dynamic for you. I believe that these 3 ideas, again, is going to help you personally. It is going to help you professionally, and it's going to help you all globally. It is going to help you as a team. It's going to help your unity, and it's going to help you play a major part in the unity that we are trying to bring to your team. So here's number one, is that you have to own your part. That's number one. Own your part. Now watch this. Let me break this down for you real quick, right? How many people remember a guy by the name of Steve Urkel? Now, I don't know what generation you're in, but you probably have heard the name Steve Urkel before. And if you remember Steve Urkel, he was the famous character from the show Family Matters. Now, why am I telling you that? It's because I was Steve Urkel my entire elementary school years. I was Steve Urkel. I'm trying to tell you, we were identical twins. You could not tell the difference between me and Steve Urkel. Matter of fact, if you don't believe me, take a look at your screen right now, and I want you to look at the picture and see if you can find the difference between me and Steve Urkel. All right. So that's me. That's me right there. That's me. I was Steve Urkel my entire elementary school years. Now, let me tell you this. I grew up on borrowed clothes. I grew up on borrowed shoes. I grew up on borrowed food. My parents, I come from a generation to where my parents would send you out of the house. It was 3 of us, me and my 2 older brothers. They would send you out of the house to your neighbor's house and ask you to knock on the door and ask for a few tablespoons of sugar. They would ask you to go to the neighbor's house and see if you can borrow a cup of milk. So we would do that, and they would send all 3 of us out, divide and conquer, right? They would send all 3 of us out because if 2 of us got a no, 1 of us might get lucky and somebody would say yes. My parents, they barely graduated high school. My oldest brother, he barely graduated high school. My middle brother, he said, forget it, and he just dropped out of high school. And then there was me, the youngest of 3, right? But I remember going to school every single day, especially in 4th grade and 5th grade. And I remember me and my brother walking to school every day, and about 12 to 13 days out of the year, we would go down to the schoolyard, put our foot on campus, turn around and go home. Here's why. I hated going to school. I couldn't stand it because the kids were so brutal. They were so mean in what they had to say. And you know how kids are. If you have kids, so y'all kids can be mean. Kids can be cruel. So kids, they say anything, whatever comes up is coming out. And so kids will call me all type of names: geek, ugly, nerd, Steve Urkel. Oh, look at that guy, got the suspenders on. Look at him, goofy. They would call me all type of names. So I hated going to school. I couldn't stand it. But here's what happened one day. Something shifted in my life one day. And let me tell you why and how that something shifted in my life one day is because it was because of a person just like you. It was one of you that changed my life, that changed my trajectory, that changed how I looked at myself. One day I'm in the cafeteria and I'm getting my lunch. And as I'm going back to my table to sit down with my lunch, a random cafeteria lady comes up to me and says words to me that I will never forget in my entire life. And it has stuck with me ever since that fourth grade year. She walks up to me, very tiny lady, about 5'1", 105 pounds. And she had a fishnet on her hair. And she walks up to me and she says, "Young man, I believe that God has amazing things for you in your life." And when she said that, something inside of me bubbled up with excitement because finally somebody was speaking into me. Somebody was talking to me and they weren't calling me names. Somebody was pulling something positive. Somebody was drawing on something positive on the inside of me that I couldn't even see for myself. Now, here's the reality. I don't know how it was going to happen. I couldn't see how it was going to happen. I was like, whoa, hold on. Me? You think you believe that God has amazing things for me? That's what I was thinking internally. But I was so excited that she said those words to me. And so I went home that summer of fourth grade year, super excited. I'm bouncing off of the walls all summer because of what somebody said to me. Now, one year in fifth grade, the following school year, remember I missed 12 to 13 days in fourth grade, and my parents never knew about it because my parents was always at work. So when we would go to school and turn around and go back home, my parents weren't there. So it would just be me and my brother at the house. Fifth grade comes around. I'm walking home one day with my brother and I reach in my bag and I pull out a yellow slip. In that yellow slip, it was an invitation to an award ceremony happening at school that night. So I said, oh my gosh, I'm invited to an award ceremony. I have to attend and go to this award ceremony. I can't wait till mom get home and I want to tell mom all about this and see if she'll take us to this award ceremony. We get home, me and my brother, we're in the house, we're excited, we waiting on mom to get home, and we stayed in about a 500 square feet house. It probably was smaller than that, all honesty. 5 of us in one house, and the house was so small that when the bus would ride by, you could feel the whole house shake. And my mom was on that bus. My mom gets off of the bus. She walks down the street. She gets to the house. She put the key in the door. She comes inside, and I said, "Mom, guess what? There's an award ceremony at school tonight, Mom. We have to go." My mom said, "There's an award." "What, baby?" I said, "Mom, it's an award ceremony at school tonight, Mom. We have to go, Mom." She said, "Baby, I don't know. I'm tired, baby. I'm tired. I just got to work. I'm tired." "Mom, nah. You don't understand, Mom. We have to go to this award ceremony." My mom, she walks off, leave me and my brother standing there. She walks off, goes into the bedroom, slightly closes the door. I can see my mom in the room, looking under the mattress. I can see her pulling out the dressers. And what I realized in that moment is that my mom is telling me no, not because she don't want to take me, but we don't have enough money for all of us to get on the bus. After about 15 minutes, my mom comes back out of the room. She says, "Boys, go get dressed. I found some coins. We can go to the show." Me and my brother is super excited. We walk outside, 3 people, 1 umbrella. It's dark outside. We get to the bus stop, get on the bus. We're on our way to the award ceremony. We get to the award ceremony. I sat there for an entire hour. Nobody called my name. An hour and 20 goes by, nobody calls my name. 1 hour and 30 minutes goes by, nobody calls my name. Finally, towards the end, after about an hour and 42 minutes, there was a tall lady walks up on stage, blue dress, pair of glasses on. And she says, "We forgot something. I would like to call to the stage Lasada Pippen. You're going to get an award for perfect attendance." Now, let me tell you something, y'all. I was so freaking excited. When she called my name and said, "You get an award for perfect attendance," I was so excited. I was so thrilled. And I got up out of my chair. I ran up on that stage and she wrapped her arms around me and she said these words that I want to share with you because I never forgot these words because I believe that they are so powerful and so impactful. She wraps her arms around me and she says to me, "You got an award for perfect attendance." She says, "The way you show up for anything is how you show up for everything." And I looked at that lady. I said, "You for real?" She said, "Yeah, baby. The way you show up for anything is how you show up for everything." So I want to tell you that the same thing is that the way you show up for anything is how you're going to show up for everything. When you own your part, it means that you are showing up to the best of your ability. It means that you are showing up giving it everything that you got. It means that you're showing up in a positive attitude. It means that you are showing up in the right mentality with the right mindset. It means that you are showing up to be present because the way that you show up for anything is how you show up for everything. And owning your part is so when you show up, that is your ability to show out, and you only can show out when you own your part. Come on, somebody. Who am I talking to? The way you show up for anything is how you show up for everything. Now, let me illustrate this just a little bit further. I brought some tools with me here today, right? And so I have this bowl here with me, and I also brought a fork and a spoon. Now, we're going to imagine that there's some soup in this bowl right here. Now, I want you to answer to me. I'm going to put my contact information on the screen after this message, but I want you to send me a message and I want you to simply tell me, if I were going to eat this bowl of soup, which one of these tools would I use? Now, I believe that the obvious answer is that we would eat a bowl of soup with a spoon. Now, here's why I am doing this illustration is because the spoon is going to own its part and know what its capabilities are. It's going to know its role. It's gonna know who it is, and it's gonna know what it's supposed to do. Now, can you imagine if the fork goes to the spoon and says, "Hey, spoon, I need you to get out the way. I got it today." The fork pushes the spoon out of the way. It'll be all night before we finish that bowl of soup with a fork. So here's how I want you to imagine yourself is that when you are owning your part, when you are really taking full ownership of your part as it relates to the team, as it relates to your unity, as it relates to you, when you are owning your part, you understand not only your capabilities, but also your limitations. Come on. There's no shame. There's no shame in limitations. But it just simply means that that is not my role. That is not my part. That is not my assignment. So I am going to support the spoon in doing what they are supposed to do. And me as a fork, I am going to go and find my place, find my position, find my role, and figure out how do I best contribute to the team that I am a part of. So we have to own our part. Here's what it does not mean. Owning your part does not mean that you are disconnected from the team. It means that you understand. It means that you understand where you fit in best. It means that you understand what do you best bring to the table. It means that you are simply owning your part, which is going to lead me to number two, because when you own your part, number two is that you help your team. You help your team. I want to put this word back on the board, the word unity that we are looking at, but I want to look at the next three letters or the first four letters of the word unity. And this brings us to the word unit. So when you understand when you understand your part, when you own your part, it helps your team, which is number two. And then you all are able to form a unit. You can't get unit without you. And so we are going to form a unit. And so, let me break it down like this. We are in the same box. We have the same packaging. We have the same label. Let me bring it in a little bit closer to you. We're in the same cafeteria. We got the same fork, knives, and spoons. We got the same customer, children, and school staff. See, when we understand that it is all the same thing, we're on one team. Even though we have individual gifts, talents, and what we bring to the table, we are on one team. We are one unit. We operate together. We move together. We have the same goal. We're trying to get the same destination. We're trying to please the same customers. It's the same thing. And so we want to focus on this unit part, because this is going to determine how do we move as a team? How do we operate together in unison? You can have a fork and a spoon on the same table. You can on the same plate. You can have a fork and a knife on the same plate, and they operate together beautifully. Because guess what? It's the same plate. It's the same food that's going to the same place. So when we understand who we are, because remember, unity starts with you, and when you understand you, then you can better contribute to the unit. So, but it starts by simply understanding that you own your part. And every time you own your part, you are helping your team. You are helping your team. Oh my gosh, watch this real quick. This is what I heard. I heard this saying before, that it is better to give than it is to receive. Oh yeah, come on somebody. It is better to give than it is to receive. Now, why am I saying that? Because this is going to bring me to my last point. We only got a few minutes left, so this is going to bring me to my last point, which is number 3, is that you make somebody else's day. So number 1, you own your part. Number 2, you help your team. And then number 3 is that you are going to make their day. You are going to make someone else's day, because when you make somebody else's day, guess what? You feel better about yourself. Again, this old proverb, this old saying that I've heard somewhere before, and you've probably heard it, is that it is better to give than it is to receive. Make someone else's day. Now, when you make someone else's day, it's really about removing the selfish nature that we all have sometimes. We are willing to take a step back. We are willing to say, you know what is the best outcome for the team, for the unit that I am a part of? What is that best outcome? What is the best possible result? How can I best support the spoon? How can I best support the knife? How can the knife best support the fork? How can I simply operate as a unit so that it leads us to the last part of our word, unity? Unity. Wow, watch this. It started with you. It started with you assessing your individual skills, your individual talents, your individual abilities, your unique individual, what you bring to the table. That's how it started. And then we figure out, how do we operate as a unit? Same label, same package, same goal, same cafeteria, same food, same children, same staff, same goal to please and serve these customers to the best of our ability and give them everything that we have. And we can simply do that by making their day. We can make their day. Oh my gosh, unity. So I want to put the word back on the screen again, and let's just look at the last letter, the Y. We are figuring out now the why. And this is what's going to gel and bring everything together, is because when there is unity with the internal team, now we can extend to the internal customer, the children, the school staff. See, wherever there's unity, when we have unity, we understand the you, we understand that we move as a unit, and now we have unity, we have our why. We are going to figure out a way to give our customers a reason. We want to give them their why. Why are they so excited to get in your line? Why are they so excited to see the people that fuel the entire school? Why are they so excited? You have to give them their why. You have to give them their reason. And the only way that you can do that, if you understand you move as a unit, and then you collectively build out what is the why, which brings unity. How do you do that? How do you give your customers a reason? How do you do it? By making their day. By simply making their day. A simple smile goes a long way. A simple smile, it goes a long way. A simple hello does a lot. Oh, come on. Come on, y'all. The way you show up for anything is how you show up for everything. Just as simple. It's the simple things. It is the small things that makes the biggest impact. But it's also the small things that will spoil the entire vine. Here's another thing that I heard before, is that the little foxes are the ones that spoil the vine. Now, come on. So we started this thing with understanding you. And I gave you the one big idea. You don't have to be the best in order to give your best. That's what you bring. That's who you are. I am my best every single day. And then we went from the you to operating as a unit. We are not trying to be a person on an island. We are trying to be together. We're trying to band together. We're trying to support one another. Because when we support one another, that helps us to better support the people that we serve every single day. If we can't support each other, how then can we support those who are looking to us for their fuel, for their nutrition? How can we do that if we are not together as a unit? And then the last thing that we just talked about was about building out the why. Give your customers a reason to get in your line. Give your customers a reason to seek you out during their day. Because sometimes it might be a staff member that's looking for you because you've given them a reason. Remember, it was the cafeteria lady who gave me my reason. I got perfect attendance because she gave me a why. She gave me a reason. She gave me the power and the fuel to show up every single day and to give it my best. I never missed another day of school since 5th grade because somebody who was working just like you do, somebody who was doing the hard work because what you do is hard, and somebody who was doing the hard work was also working hard because what you do is hard work, but you also work hard. And it was that same person who was just like you who gave me my reason, who shaped my trajectory, who shaped who I am today, who shaped where I am today. If it wasn't for that lady, I don't know if I would have had the courage nor the confidence to keep moving forward and knowing that there were brighter days ahead. Somebody gave me my why. So it starts with you. You got to own your part. Number 2, you got to help your team. And then number 3 is that you have to give them their reason. You have to bring the team together and you have to operate in full unity. And you do that by making their day. You make their day. On your part, help your team make their day. This has been Small Actions Equals Big Impact. Everyday excellence in school nutrition. You don't have to be the best in order to give your best. The way that you show up for anything is how you're going to show up for everything. Make the rest of your day the best of your day. This is Lasada Pippen, better known as LP. I'll see you in the comments. I'll see you in my DMs. I'll see you in my email. Holla at y'all.